What's up guys, I am back with another video. I will be showing you guys the best enchant loadouts for free to play players, and this is going to be actually free to play. It's not going to be like you'll need like 100 million or 20 million or something. You'll just need at most like 2 or 3 million for some of these enchants. It's going to be very cheap, very affordable for everyone. Before we get into the video, I'm going to do the giveaway very quickly. So we'll go ahead and pick a winner. It is Creamy the Frog again. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his name in there, so I'm not going to pick him. This guy, Get Better Now 1919. On this video, I will be doing 5 million, so make sure that you guys do like and subscribe, and also make sure to comment your username. Make sure you do have your username in there, because otherwise I won't be picking you. I'll re-roll it for someone else. But here we go, here's 5 million. We're going to be doing another one of these because I can still afford it for now. So 5 million, make sure you guys do like the video and subscribe to enter, and then also chuck in your username so that I can send it to you. Other than that, let's get over to the elemental realm so we can talk about the free to play enchants. Alright, so we'll start it off now. I'll just head through them very quickly. These are going to be very affordable, and they're all going to have different purposes. We'll start off right now. This one is actually for the chest over here, or sort of any chest, any kind of thing that you are breaking, any kind of breakable that you, it's a single breakable, it's not a ton of breakables, so just one breakable, and that is going to be this loadout here. Most of the time you're going to be using your tap power, so this could be in the chest rush, I believe it is, or chest raid, that minigame, the chest rush, whatever. It can also be on this one as well. We'll start off with criticals. It's very cheap, just buy the one that you can afford, the most expensive one you can afford, and also use, because you do need a certain mastery to use some of these. Then we've got tap power. That one is probably the cheapest, I think. Yeah, tap power is the cheapest of all the enchants, so definitely grab one of those. Then we've got tap teamwork, which is very cheap at 64 gems. We've got Happy Pets, which is 190 gems. We also have Fireworks, which is almost 100,000. This does shoot fireworks when you do tap, so I'm not sure if it's going to show. Not really. Okay, it doesn't really show, but it does shoot fireworks when you do tap. So make sure that you are using this one because it does extra damage to them. And then we've got the Explosive, which means that your pets have a chance of igniting explosives. Not sure if we can really see any, but basically they do have a chance at blowing things up. Now if you guys aren't ranked 20, you won't have this extra slot in the middle. Whatever is in the middle is the enchant that you guys don't have to use. It's not the best one out of all of them, so this is probably the worst one out of all of them, especially if you're in the higher sort of areas, because as you do go up, the explosives start going down in how much damage you do. It says it over here, loses power after area 40. So if you guys are above area 40, which most of us are, then this explosive enchant probably won't be doing as much, so you don't need to use it. You can definitely also swap this out with something different. You guys could chuck in, I don't know, a fruity enchant if you wanted, but I do recommend the explosive. Alright, we'll get into loadout number 2, which is sort of if you're in an area that is a bit lower, maybe you're going back to do these zone quests, as you can see here, so you don't really need the extra damage and stuff, you just need to destroy stuff as quickly as you can. This is going to be the loadout for you. We'll start off with a magnet 3, that's sort of because we want that extra area to grab stuff. If you're using a magnet flag, that's fine, then you can swap this out with something else. We want a magic orb, which is quite affordable. It's only just over 1 million gems, so you guys can use this. It will destroy breakables along with you. We're using this angelic. You guys can also use the other one. I think it's demonic or something like that, I'm not too sure. But the angelic, that one, it is about 1 mil, so 2 rather expensive enchants on this list, but still pretty cheap. Happy Pets again, that does make your pets move faster and attack quicker, so you'd love that. And then speed as well, that is going to be great, especially in the lower areas where your pets are moving around a ton. You do want to be using speed. And for the last one, if you guys do have the rank 20 slot, it's going to be another speed enchant. Heading on to number 3, this is going to be the loadout. This is sort of when a new event or areas come out, if you guys are going to be sort of looking to farm up coins so you guys can get to the next areas quicker, this is what that one is going to be for. We're going to be using a speed, a magnet 3, a coins because we need coins, happy pets again. This enchant is very good, you guys should be using it. And then we'll be using a criticals so we can do more damage. As for this middle one, it is going to be a magic orb. You guys can switch this out for other things if you guys are tapping a ton. I do recommend switching these magic orbs out if you don't really want to pay 1 million. Definitely switch it out with fruity if you guys are using your fruits. If you're not, which you should be, if you are by the way, then switch it out with one of these other sort of damage dealing ones. And if you're tapping, you can definitely use these taps. I didn't really incorporate the taps. Except for this first one, because you guys should be tapping these or having an auto clicker if you are destroying stuff. But for these ones you might not be tapping, most likely aren't tapping, so I didn't really include the taps. But in the middle here you definitely can switch it out for things like tap blast or lightning. You can even switch it out for large taps and stuff like that. Maybe Midas touch if you do sort of want to use this. I believe you do get a chance at mastery to get the sort of Midas touch. I'm not going to go through it, but you do have that chance. So Midas touch might not be the best, but you definitely can use it. It's definitely not bad. You do get 5 times the coins on some of these breakables, so yeah, you can definitely use that. This last loadout is going to be for if you guys are AFKing last areas or difficult areas. Maybe you're doing the treasure hideout, something like that. I'm going to assume that you aren't using magnet flags, maybe someone's used strength flags, they've used rainbow flags, they've sort of switched it up, something like that. So we will chuck a magnet 3 in here, but if you are using magnet flags, you don't need to worry about the magnet 3. You guys can go switch it out with something else, maybe another magic orb, because it is a pretty decent enchant. But we will start off, we have a treasure hunter, the best one that you can afford or use, that will give you extra drops. We have diamonds, that gives you extra diamonds. We have criticals because you guys will need those criticals, especially if you're free to play. You probably won't have a full team of huges that is doing max damage, so definitely use his criticals. Fruity, another great enchant. It gives you a ton of boosts on everything. It increases them by 25%. They do expire twice as fast, but you know, if you do have the mastery, it's not that big of a deal, so you don't really need to worry about it. And then we do have happy pets in the middle here, which I recommend using, but you don't have to. If you don't want to, you can definitely switch it out with a magic orb or something. And then the magnet 3. Now we'll get onto the last one, and we've got a non-free to play enchant in there, but the rest are free to play. Is more expensive, especially with these lucky eggs enchants. You guys might need to tone it down a bit, but this one is just for hatching. If you guys are sort of AFK hatching, make sure you chuck magnet flags down unless you have super magnet. If you're watching this, you probably don't have super magnet, so just sort of worry about the flags, get the flags down, and then you guys will be able to AFK hatch. And it's just sort of what you'd expect. It's 3 lucky eggs and then 2 shiny hunters. If you do have that extra spot, chuck a shiny hunter or a lucky eggs. Most likely the shiny hunter, seeing as you already have sort of maxed out, or pretty much maxed out, the lucky eggs, but the shiny hunters can be quite expensive if the lucky eggs are well, I mean, the lucky eggs are actually more expensive than shiny hunters, so you know, don't worry about that too much. But you guys can also use coins here if you find yourself that you're actually using up a lot of coins while you're trying to hatch. If you do use the coins, it sort of lets you AFK for a bit longer. So yeah, that's definitely also an option as well. Other than that, there isn't too much to talk about. There is a lot of variation you can come up on your own with these. They are very, very cheap. I think the most expensive one would be this last loadout, especially if you're using max leveled lucky eggs, since they're about 10 million each, which is quite expensive, and then you've got the shiny hunters to worry about too. So other than that, it is very, very cheap, seeing as it's, you know, maybe like a few 100,000 each loadout, and a lot of these enchants are reusable, like this magic orb and the criticals and stuff like that. Thanks for watching. If you guys do want to join the giveaway, don't forget that it's for 5 million gems, so you know, probably worth it for most of you guys. Just remember to drop your username in the comments below so you guys can enter automatically, and also make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss other giveaways.